Okay, looks like we have all the teams now. So, hello and welcome to the finals of KnockOut, a part of Infinito IIT Patna Sports Fest. So, today we have the 8 finalists with us. Group 2 is Whistle Podu, Udbhav Krishnamani. Group 3 is Ghoda Madhua, Ayush Gahan and Prathamesh Patil. Group 4 is Calcutta Cyphers, Kinshuk Biswas and Pratyush Singhal. Group 5 is Sujit Ray and Arush Kassal. Group 6 Lone Ranger, Ankit Chaudhary. Group 7 Vast Deference, Abhinav Dhar and Shashwat Salgaonkar. Group 8 Champions, Krishnan NM and Niyam Joshi. So first of all, can you confirm whether you can hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I request all of you to keep your videos on and your hands in the frame of the screen at all times. So let's this quiz is being streamed live on YouTube, so please keep that in mind. I hope all of you have been added to the WhatsApp groups, having you and the quiz orgs. You will be using that WhatsApp group for pouncing and for writing your written down answers. So I hope that is clear. So let us begin with the quiz now. I'll be sharing my screen and showing you the slides for the. So let us begin with round one, which is a written round. These are the rules for the round. You will be shown 6 pictures of iconic sporting stadiums. You have to identify and name the stadium. Write all the answers in a single message in your team's text channel, that is the WhatsApp group, and tag the quizmaster. Do not unmute an answer. And the points that are available for each individual question are plus 10 if you stake it, but you'll get a minus 5 if you get it wrong. And if you don't stake it, you'll get a plus 5 if it's right, and no negative if it's wrong. And there'll be no reruns. So let us begin now. Question number 1. Identify the stadium whose name is uncharacteristic of the country it is in. So you have a photo of the stadium, and now you have to name me, just give me any identifying name for the stadium or either the tournament that is held here, so that it is clear.
So you said the name of the tournament would also do, right?
Yeah, the name of the tournament will also do.
We have to send the answers right now or after all the 6 questions are done?
After all the 6 questions are done, you have to send them in a single message on the WhatsApp group, the individual WhatsApp group you all have been
So,
added in.
so we can't write in right now. Like after 6 questions, we'll
You
be
can, but
writing.
then if you want to discuss or you want to write individually, you can, but finally you have to present it in a single message properly.
Okay,
See,
okay.
if you allow the hands to go down,
Exactly,
then
exactly, Bhaiya.
that's the thing.
Okay,
So
so fine, then
just
you'll.
allow at the end only,
Okay, fine, do it at the end. Moving on to the next question. You have to identify the stadium showed in the picture.
It seems like we have to, since you have to write the answers at the end, can you do it here?
Can you repeat your question?
No, in the rules that you mentioned that there won't be reruns, but since like we'll be typing the answers only at the end, could you do a quick rerun?
Okay, if most of the participants want one, we'll do a rerun. Moving on to the next question. Question 3, identify the sporting area. So you have to name the event or what this is. Can I request Kinshuk Biswas to please keep his hands in the frame? Thank you.
Guys, you need the specific name of the.
Hello, how do I keep talk to my partner or write something to him, or if I keep my hands up?
If you're in a call with him, like in a separate
I don't
meeting
use
or...
calls because they echo.
Okay, we'll just request to keep it in frame as much as possible, even while typing. Abhinav was asking how, yeah, so we don't want the sport, we want the specific event or the place or like,
Okay, got it. Thank you.
yeah,
क्या मांग रहे हैं?
because the sport would be too general.
नहीं, this is London.
Kinshuk, you are unmuted. Moving on to the next question. Question 4, identify the stadium.
If no team is blocking, can you give hints?
No, there are no hints for this round. Moving on to the next question. So you have to identify the two stadiums shown here. So in this question, just to be clear, if any of the stadiums is wrong, you'll get a -5 if you have staked it. So moving on to the last question of this round.
Just a quick question. So, do we have a 2.5 if without staking we're getting one of the stadiums correct?
Yes, you do. Moving on to the last question.
ये आइस हॉकी का स्टेडियम है.
Kinshuk, you are unmuted. Okay, so that is all the 6 questions. Do any of the teams want a rerun?
Yeah, because we have
Go ahead.
tied, no? We want a
Okay,
rerun.
so
We have to
we'll do
tie
a
the
short
answer.
rerun. We'll show each question for 5 to 10 seconds. So please be attentive. Question number 6 is this. Now we'll move to question number 5. This is question number 5, where you have to identify both the stadiums, and getting one wrong would get you a negative if you have staked it. And now moving on to question number 4. Identify the stadium.
Sorry, so the stake is on individual questions or the whole?
Stake is on each individual question, like question 1, question 2, question 3. Like in the
Okay.
question number 5, where there are 2 stadiums, it is the stake for like the question as a whole. but not for the round as well. Question number 3. Identify the sporting area. Name the specific event, not the sport. Question number 2. And the first question is this. Identify the stadium whose name is uncharacteristic of the country it is in. So I hope that was enough for you guys. Now we'll wait for you to submit your answers. Please submit them in the WhatsApp groups.
Can you show us the first one, please? One for a second.
So we have the answers from team 2. We have the answers from team 6. Team 7. Oh, okay, no, we don't yet. Team 8 have also answered. Team 3 have answered. And team 4 have answered. Requesting team 7 to send their answers. So I believe all teams have answered now. Just wait for a moment. We'll send you your scores in the group and update them in the score sheet. So since the 7 teams have answered, let's have a look at the answers now. You can unmute and guess while I'm showing you the answers. So answer 1.
Indian Wells.
Correct. This is the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, or you can just write Indian Wells, the name of the tournament. And it is known for its purple courts. So this is answer 1. Now answer 2.
Arun Jaitley Stadium.
Is it
This is
Singapore?
the Firozshah Kotla or the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi, the cricket stadium. Answer 3.
Singapore F1?
Right, this is the Singapore GP circuit where the F1 race is held. And you can see probably the Singapore Flyer and the other iconic buildings around. This is a night race held on a street circuit in Singapore as a part of the F1 season. So answer 3 is this. Guesses for answer 4.
Is it in Berlin?
Athens
answer-
Olympic Stadium.
Answer 4 is the Panathinaike Stadium in Athens, where the first modern Olympics were held, as well as some ancient Olympics. Now, any guesses for answer 5?
One
Highbury
of them is Arsenal.
Old Trafford and Old Trafford.
So these are the
Emirates.
new and old stadiums of the football club Arsenal, known
Highbury
as the Emirates Stadium and the Highbury Stadium.
okay.
Now, guesses for answer 6?
Yes. Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden in New York. So that's all for this round. We'll send you the scores and update the score sheet just a minute.
चलो
Okay, so the scores have been updated in the score sheet. You can have a look. Now moving on to the next round, which is pounce and bounce.
Is Naman not here in the quiz?
Sorry,
Is Naman not here in the quiz?
Naman Jain.
Yeah.
Yes, he was busy, so he couldn't come. So we replaced him with another team. Now we'll be moving on to the pounce and bounce round. We have 8 pounce and bounce questions. For a direct question, you have plus 20 and 0. For bounce, we have plus 10 and 0. And for pounce, we have plus 20 and minus 10. For pouncing, you can tag the quizmaster within the pounce window in your team's text channel, that is the WhatsApp group, and write your answer. And do not admit an answer unless you are asked to do so and it is your direct question. So I hope all the rules are clear with you. Moving on to question number 7. So at the GP circuit in Montreal, Canada, we'll be moving from G2 to G8 since G1 didn't turn up. So we'll have direct from G2 to G8 moving in that way, and then we'll move back in that order. So direct for team 2, Whistle Podu, Udbhav Krishnamani. At the GP circuit in Montreal, Canada, the final section of the lap has a long straight followed by a chicane shown in the image, which leads into the start-finish straight. The chicane has always proved tricky for drivers, requiring a mixture of bravery and precision, and there's always a risk of running too wide at the exit. After the 1999 F1 race, the wall that sits around the corner exit got itself a fancy name, the Wall of X. During the race, 4 drivers crashed into that very wall on different laps. What made it an even more headline-grabbing event was that 3 of those were part of an elite group of drivers, which was also the reason for naming the wall. While one of them was Michael Schumacher, give the names of the other 2 drivers. Also give X, and the points breakup is shown to you. So this is the direct for team 2, but for now we'll wait for the pounce window to close. So any teams that want to pounce can do so within the next 25 seconds.
Hi, so we should post the answers in the WhatsApp group, or
You have to send it to us on WhatsApp on the group
okay, on the phone,
if you're pouncing. So we have bounces from Calcutta Ciphers and Champions. So since we've got two bounces, we'll be closing the pounce window in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's closed. So the teams that have pounced, please send me your answers quickly. Okay, I've got the answer from the team from team 8 champions, and team 4 Calcutta Cipher. They have also sent. Okay, they have sent their answers. So okay, direct for team 2 Whistle Podu Udbhav.
Yeah. Okay, just a guess. For X, I'll probably say Wall of Greatness, and the other two drivers, I'll actually pass.
Okay, you're passing for the second part, right?
Yes, for X, I'm guessing Greatness, and for the
Okay,
two drivers,
so
I'm passing.
moving on to team Ghoda Madhua, Ayush and Prathamesh. Your it's bounced
Uh,
to you.
so maybe it's like the wall of Berlin and all the German drivers. So one is Mike Schumacher, other one is Rattenberg, some Rattenberg, I just remember.
Just
And
a minute, I can't hear you clearly.
hello,
Just
hello, hello,
can you speak again?
hello. पद तू बता दे भाई तो
Hello, can you hear me?
Hold on a second, guys. There's some issue with the
Yeah,
audio.
your voice is clear. There's no problem.
Yeah. So the answer for X is the Wall of Berlin, and name of one of the drivers is Rodzenberg. We don't know the other driver.
So we'll say X is the Wall of Champions, and these elite group were basically world championship winners of F1, and the other two drivers were Senna and Prost.
Pass, pass.
So, did you say what part of the answer was already? Uh, okay. Okay. They said Prost and Senna, right? Just give us a second. We'll say Damon Hill and Raikkonen.
Wall of Champions, Damon Hill and Jacques Villeneuve.
So, sorry, how much did we get for answering Wall of Champions?
Could you clarify when the what it was commemorating? How long before was it happening? Team 7 bouncing.
I'm sorry, whose direct is this?
Hi, sorry, whose direct is this? Okay. Okay, fine.
Team 7's bounce is going. Just give us a second. There's a net lag. Give us a second, right? It's हाँ अब गया अब गया okay.
Pass, pass. No idea.
Pass, pass, pass.
This is team fives now, right? So we're going to guess that X is New Zealand and they're commemorating winning the Rugby World Cup. And yeah, that's it.
Pass, pass.
Yeah, this is the Rugby 7 Fiji Rio
Rio
Olympics gold.
Olympics win. Yeah.
Okay, so
Team 7. Team 7 bouncing.
Team 3 bouncing.
Team 5 is also bouncing. Is the bounce window open? 5 is bouncing.
whose direct is this?
Yeah, we had pounced also, but anyway, we can answer.
So, just one quick question. If anyone pounces on their direct, so they are playing for the highest stakes, right? So in that case,
Yeah.
do they answer direct or
No.
It's still 20 for both things,
Yeah,
Ankit.
yeah. It doesn't matter.
no? Oh, that's what I'm saying. If somebody has already pounced, then that person is going for 20 points, right? So then the direct should go to the next team, correct? Ideally, that is what should
No,
happen.
let
If
us clarify. We were not pouncing.
oh,
Magnus Carlsen and the EPL Fantasy League.
Am I audible? So I hope I'm audible now. Yeah, okay. So the bounce window is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do we have any bounces? Okay, team 8 has bounced. Team, yeah, only team 8 has bounced. Okay, so direct for team 5.
Okay,
Sujit
so
and
yeah. So for the latest entrant to this list, we are saying this is Modi, and for the list, we are saying these are living people after whom cricket stadiums have been named.
okay, moving on to team 6, Ankit Chaudhary.
Okay, so I'll be going for the list. I think these are the people who rings the bell at Lords, who have rung the bell at Lords. Just a guess.
And your guess for the new entrant?
Uh, I don't know. No idea. So we are following conservation of points, right?
Yeah, we are following conservation of points. Moving on to team 7.
So you're not saying, I mean, neither of the parts are right for team 6, right?
Yeah, we haven't heard the right answer yet.
Okay, so we'll say, just give us a second. Huh?
Yeah.
So we'll say this is the Bradman oration speech which happens, and just give us 5 seconds for the first one. And we'll say Jacinda Ardern.
Yeah, can you repeat a guess?
I said Jacinda Ardern and the Bradman oration which happens. Yeah, the thing that Dravid also did once.
Okay, so that's not the right answer, and I believe team 8 had pounced. So moving to team 2.
Okay, so this list is of the speeches that happen at NCC, the Marylebone Cricket Club, and the latest name is hmm, yeah, just a minute. Is it like Boris Johnson?
Okay, so you got the lecture part right, and but you got the person wrong. So you'll get the partial marks. Moving on to team 3, Ghora Madhur.
It's Jaysha, the person.
Okay, that's wrong. Moving on to team Calcutta Cypher. Team 4.
Uh, it's ours. The MCC that Colin Cowdrey lecture and the latest speaker I think was Stephen Fry.
Yep, that is right. So since the lecture part had been answered earlier, you'll get partial for the personality. And teammate gets it correct on the pounds. Okay, so if and let's look at the answer slide. So Stephen Fry and the Cowdery lectures. Now direct for team 6, Lone Ranger. Question number 11. This rare type of bird X has been a part of the popular imagination of humans since a long time. Over the centuries, among other things, it has been featured in a very famous poem, has an idiom related to it, and has been a part of various sailor myths. More recently, though, it is also used as a term in a sport for referring to a certain score. The words for the scores, which are one more or worse than an X and two more than an X, are also bird related or bird inspired terms. Identify X and the two other score terms. So we are waiting for pounces currently.
Team 7 bouncing.
And team 2 bouncing.
Team
Okay,
7
team.
is bouncing.
Okay, we have bounces from team 3, team 5, team 2, team 4. So
Team
please
5 is
give your
also
answer.
bouncing.
Okay, and it's the direct for team 6. Okay, team 2 have given their answer. Uh,
टीम 7 का आ रहा है यार, नेट का इशू चल रहा है.
team 5 have given their answer. Team 4 have given their answer. Team 2 have given their answer. Team 3 and if teams has team 7 pounced. Okay, they have pounced.
Yeah, just bounced. इंटरनेट का इशू आ
Uh,
रहा है.
okay, fine. Guys, please pay attention to what parts you're answering. Yeah, okay. G3 has also bounced. So I think we have bounces from all the teams now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 6 is it's a direct for team 6, and team 8 is the only team to not bounce. Okay, so I think we have all the answers. Team 3, please settle on one answer. And you can't use slashes, you have to give one answer. So please write your final answer. Team 3. Okay. So that's it for the bounces. Team 6, it's your direct. Please give your answer.
I'll go for X as maybe dodo, and then the other one I'll go for duck, and I don't have an answer for the third part.
Okay, so team 7 had bounced. Yeah, team 7 had bounced, and team 8,
Uh,
it bounces to you.
uh, Sorry, can we answer? Or?
Yeah, it's bounced to you. You can answer now.
Um, is this albatross, eagle, and birdie?
Absolutely correct. So you get it right on the bounce. Albatross, eagle, and birdie. So team 8 get plus 10. Team 6 get 0. Team 3, team 7, team 5, team 2 get plus 20 each. And team 4 have used the wrong terms. Their answer is only partially correct, so they get a negative. Team 4 get minus 10 since they have said condor instead of birdie. Okay, so that's all about the scores. Moving on to the next question now. This is a direct for team 7. So following are the lyrics of a song X released in 1998. In your tribute to the player X, you have to name the player X. So you can see the poem on the right and read it. And you have to give me the answer, waiting for the bounces. So we have two bounces closing the bounce window in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we
Team
have
7
bounces
is
from team
bouncing.
4 and team 8. Yeah, but we got two bounces quite early, so we have closed the window, unfortunately. Anyway, team
Wait,
7, it's
wait.
your direct. Why are you
Oh,
playing?
sorry, sorry. No, it's okay. Okay, okay.
It's the direct. Yeah, yeah. The last one was for team 6, and I said it's for team 7 right now. Yeah. So
Hi,
we
sorry,
have got
but
bounces from team
team
4 and
A,
team 8, and team 7. Yeah,
we
team 8
answered
has
the last
bounced.
question.
It's fine. So you don't need to give the answer.
No, it's not infinite bounce or what?
No, yeah, but it went to you on the bounce.
No, no. Team 8
Yeah,
answered in
it's
the last
see
one.
the direct is going in the same order. Yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying. The format we have kept is the direct will go on in the sequence G2, G3, G4, irrespective of where the bounce ends.
Okay.
That is the format we use. Yeah. Okay. So direct for team 7,
Can we say the
and you
answer
can
now?
answer since the bounce window is now closed.
Yeah, I'll answer then,
Yeah, team
right?
7
Now?
can speak.
Okay, so this is Monica Seles.
Yeah, 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 sure.
Oh, Deliar, I think.
Absolutely correct.
Ah, okay.
The answer is Monica Seles. So team 7 get plus 20, and on the pounds we have plus 20 for team 4, plus 20 for team 8, and plus 20 for team 7 on the direct. Okay, so yeah, moving on to question 13. The following video is from a lower league soccer game in Scotland, where Inverness Caledonian Thistle played Ayr United. Why is the camera weirdly focusing away from the action? A surprising consequence of the pandemic. So I'll play the video now. So I hope all of you could see the video. And now,
Team
why
7
is
is
the camera
bouncing.
weirdly focusing away from the action? Okay, team 7 has bounced, team 4 has bounced,
Team 7 is bouncing. We'll
and
need
now we
some
are
time to
closing the
explain
bounce
it.
window in 5. Okay, so write pounds in your channel till then, so I know that you've bounced. Okay, so closing the bounce window in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now waiting for the answers from. Okay, team 4 has given the answer. Waiting for team 7's answer, and it's a direct for team 8. Okay, team 4's answer is here. Team 7's answer is here. No other bounces. So direct for team 8. Team 8. Now you can unmute and give your answer.
Yeah, so the teammate here, the answer is they
Team
used
8.
an AI camera. It was not filmed by a person. So many times what was happening is that the camera was programmed to track the ball, but I think one of the referees had a bald head or something. So sometimes the camera focused on his head,
Hmm.
mistaking the ball. So something like that.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah, great explanation. So that is the correct answer. Uh, yeah. So this is the answer. So team 8 gets it correct on the direct. So plus 20, and teams 4 and teams 7 can will be getting plus 20 each. Right. So now moving on to the last pounds and bounds for this round. This is a direct for team 2, Whistle Pole. So this global event A was supposed to be held in Mexico, but they pulled out due to financial constraints and technical difficulties. The doctor declared that if no countries came forward, the event will be held in the United Kingdom, the place where they were held for the first time. This country B offered to host the event as it coincided with their 20th year of independence as well as the event. Additionally, while applying for visas to compete, the participants of the country C had to sign a document stating their political past. Identify A, B, and C. Requesting all participants to keep their hands in the frame at all times. Krishnan, I'd request you to keep your hands in the frame. So seeing no pounces yet, closing the pounce window in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So this was the direct for team 2. Team 2, you can now
So
unmute
team
and
two
Okay.
is
give your
getting
answer.
two directs basically, right, in this round. Okay.
Yeah, so what we'll do is in the next round there are 8 more pounds and bunk questions. So there it will start from team 3 and move till team 6. Sorry, move till it will go back.
Okay.
We'll go in the
Team
same
eight.
order G3 to G8. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Team 2. Yeah.
For A, I'll guess the yeah. For A, my answer is the Paralympics, and
Okay.
for B, I probably guess Sri Lanka, and for C,
Okay.
I'm not sure. I pass.
Right. So moving on to the next team, team 3 on the bounce.
So the event is Chess World Cup. Country B is Israel and C maybe Palestine.
Okay. So you've got part B right. So that will fetch you 3 marks. 433. Since you're on the bounce, so you'll get half marks. It was 866. So moving on to team 4 now. Calcutta Cyphers for part A and C.
Yeah, we'll say Stoke Mandeville Games, Israel and Egypt.
The event is Chess World Cup. Country B is Israel and C maybe Palestine.
Why? Who else is speaking?
Okay, so you've got part B, right? So that will fetch you 3 marks. 4 3.
Pratyush, please mute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So we have you answered part A correctly, and part B was already answered, but you answered that correctly. So you'll be getting +4, and part C is still left. Moving on to team 5.
Okay, just part C is left, right?
Yeah.
For C, we'll go with Germany.
Okay, that is correct. So you get +3. So for this round, there were no pounces. We +3 to Ghora Madhua, +4 to Calcutta Cyphers, and +3 to Team 5, Sujit Ray and Arush.
I
Okay,
have a
so
clarification.
that
Um,
concludes the pounce and bounce round.
I have a clarification.
Yeah,
The international Stoke Mandeville games. I
sure,
mean,
sure. Go ahead.
they were basically the Paralympics, right? It was just called this way, but it was still the same concept.
Technically, two different events like the Confederation Cup and the FAD Cup.
Okay. Okay.
Guys, could I request you to please ensure hands on screen because there are so many times that we are seeing people not keeping their hands on screen. I can see people reading things, I mean, out of the context of the question also. I mean, trying to read things, their eyes are moving and all of that is happening.
Yeah, yeah. We'll try to ensure that all participants are requested to constantly keep their hands on the screen. And Yeah, so the scores after the two rounds. Does any team have any problems with the score?
You have given us 3 points for the Stoke Mandeville thing that we didn't really answer. I think somebody else did. Yeah, okay, now clarified.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a mistake, has been removed. Yeah. Right. So after two rounds of the quiz, we have team two on 42.5, team three on 53, team four on 94 points, team five on 70.5, team six on 22.5, team seven in second place with 148, and team eight in the lead with 185. Now moving on to the second written round.
Excuse me, just a
Yeah.
clarification. Team 5, I think, should be on
Yeah.
74.5.
For which question?
Yeah,
Like,
so we also got
is there a
we
four
all
missing
yeah,
somewhere?
we got a +4 for the F1 wala question, the Wall of Champions.
Okay, right. So that must have been sorry for the mistake. Yeah. Can the scorers please add? Yeah. Okay. So now moving on to the written round, round three. You'll be shown six pictures of iconic sporting trophies. You have to identify the name and the tournament that they belong to. Just like the previous round, there's stake and plus 10 minus 5 or plus 50. Write all the answers in a single message in your team's text channel and tag the quizmaster. Right. So now we'll be moving to the questions. Question 15, identify the tournament from the trophy. Moving to the next question. Question 16, identify the tournament from the trophy. Moving on to question number 17. Again, you have to identify the tournament from this trophy. Moving on to question number 18. You have to identify the event from the trophy slash prize. So there is a trophy and there is also another prize in this frame which you'll see. So use both clues to come to the answer.
Hi, sorry, you said there are two parts?
No, the answer is only one part. I said that there are two clues. There is a trophy,
Okay.
but there's also another clue. There's another
Yeah, I got it.
prize which is visible in the photo, but the answer is only one. Yeah. Okay, moving on to question 19. Uh, just a minute. Yeah, question 19. Okay, now moving on to the last question of this round. Identify which Olympic Games these medals belong to.
So you want year or city either, right?
Yeah, the year or city either.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's all. Does any team want a rerun?
Yeah, no, just
Yeah.
clarifying for question
Rerun,
320,
please. All
you
all
only
Yeah,
questions.
want
rerun.
the name
Rerun,
of the
please,
city,
rerun.
right?
All questions.
Yeah, rerun.
Okay, I heard about the rerun. Okay, I heard about the rerun. Now, what was the clarification? Can you repeat?
Yeah, I was just asking, you just need the name of the city. Just the name of the city works for this, right?
For question 20.
20.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
City would work. Yeah, okay. So we'll be moving swiftly from question 20 to 15 once. So this is question 20, which you've been seeing for a long time. So moving back, this is question 19. Question 18. You have to use both the clues to arrive at the single answer for this. Question 17. Question 16. And question 15.
The 16th
So
question once.
that's it.
16th question once,
Please start
please.
sending your answers on WhatsApp.
16th question once, please, Image.
Okay, just for a second. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, have a look. And that's all. Now we'll be waiting for your answers. Yeah. Please send your answers as soon as possible. So we have received the answers from team 2. Team 4, please write all of them in a single message once.
Agreed. You are getting the snippets of our.
Team Okay, so team 5 have sent their answers. Team 4 have sent their answers. Team 7 have sent their answers. Team 3 have sent their answers. Team 2 and Team 8. Mm, Team 6 are left, so kindly send in your answers. Okay, Team 6 have also answered. So we have 6, 7, Team 8. Yeah. So I think all teams have answered. Is there any team left? Right. So now we'll be moving to the answers. So guesses for answer 15.
Augusta Masters?
Yeah, that is correct. The Augusta Masters, one of the 4 golf majors. So this is their trophy. Guesses for question 16.
The Indian Wells. Okay. Sorry, the
So it looks
Dubai
like a
duty.
Dow. So it looks like the boat Dow. So it might be a Dubai Open or something. I don't know what it's actually called, the tennis. I mean, that's obviously Federer. So it's a
Yeah,
tennis competition.
yeah, so you're correct. It is the Dubai Duty Free Championships, what yeah, we let Dubai Opens, right? Yeah.
So
So it
so
looks,
no
yeah,
point
So
for
it's a
this is
Dow
Dubai.
Dubai
only,
Duty Free
the
Tennis
Dow
Championships,
board.
or you could
Yeah.
call it the,
So
yeah,
no
yeah,
point
the,
for
right.
Dubai Masters. It is that only, right?
No, Dubai Masters is fine. We'll get points for that.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah, you'll
get
get
points
points.
for
You'll
Dubai
get
Masters,
points.
right?
Okay. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you have mentioned Dubai and tennis, it's fine. Right now, guesses for answer 17.
This is the ICL. We could see the Royal Bengal Tigers team in the logo.
Okay, that's right. So this is the ICL, the league that Z Enterprises funded and held for 2 to 3 years before it was shut down and wasn't BCCI affiliated. So this is the ICL. Now answer 18. Any guesses?
18 क्या था? Indy 500,
Indy
Borg
500.
200, right?
Warner Trophy.
Yeah, that's right. So the other clue was the milk
Hey, hello.
because Indy
Hello. The
500
trophy is
winners are
called the Borg
given
Warner Trophy,
a
boss.
bottle. Yeah.
We have answered Borg Warner Trophy, which is the name of the trophy, no?
Okay. Okay, fine. So moving on to guesses for answer 19.
पता नहीं,
So
Iron
DFB
Man or some
Pokal.
marathon. I was running थी उसमें.
The DFB
Yeah, so
Pokal.
DFB
this
Pokal.
is the DFB Pokal Trophy, a football tournament from Germany. Yeah. So answer 20.
And was it the last Tokyo Olympics, 1964?
Sydney 2000, because I don't know, it looked like
Salt Lake. I think this is Salt Lake City
Aboriginal something.
2002.
Yeah, that's the right answer. So this is the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics. The irregularly shaped medals are from this edition. Okay, so now we've seen the answers. We'll be updating the scores. Just give us a couple of minutes. And then we'll begin with the final round, which is bounce and bounce, 8 questions. So we'll be updating the scores shortly, just a minute. So all of you have received your scores in your WhatsApp group, and they've been updated also in the score sheet. Does anyone have any problems, or does anyone want to clarify anything regarding their score? Right. So seeing none, let us announce the scores once before the final round begins. So Team 8 are in the lead with 220 points. Team 7 are in second place with 178 points. Team 4 are in third place with 124 points. And behind them we have Team 5 on 79.5 points, Team 3 on 68 points, Team 2 on 52.5 points, and Team 6 on 32.5 points. Right, so that's all about the scores. Now let's begin with the final bounce and bounce round. So this is similar to the previous bounce and bounce round, and since we finished the direct on Team 2, now the direct will continue from Team 3 onwards. So again the rules: plus 20 for direct, plus 10 on bounce, plus 20 minus 10 on the bounce. Bounce using the WhatsApp groups. Okay. So this is question 21, titled One in a Billion. X was picked by the Dallas Mavericks in the 2015 NBA, direct for Team 3. Okay. In the 2015 NBA draft, and till date is the only person from his country to be ever picked in the NBA draft. Sadly, the tale didn't have a very happy ending with the 7 feet 2 inch athlete failing to turn some heads in the then NBA D League, now known as the G League. But recently, he had an interesting change of careers after signing a contract with an up-and-coming new venture. Fans are skeptical as X attempts to walk in the footsteps of another great superstar of his country. It would be fascinating to see if X has the skills, or is just an attempt to capture the vast market of his country. Identify X and what is his new venture. I apologize for the typos. Yeah. So direct for team 3. Do we have any pounces? We have a pounce from team 6. Uh, so now we have another pounce from team 8. So we'll be closing the pounce window now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and closed. So we got 2 pounces. Why is team 4 sending me a photo? Okay, anyway, so team 6 has answered. Team 8 has answered. What is team 4? Team 4, are you pouncing? So do you want us to consider your pounce?
No, 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 we're not bouncing.
You're not pouncing. Okay. Yeah. So we have pounces from team 6 and team 8 finally. Direct for team 3. Team 3, you can unmute and answer.
The X is the Satpreet Singh Bhamra, the first like Indian player to be drafted into NBA, and the new venture is all elite wrestling, which is like competitor to the WWE.
Right. So that's the perfect answer. Satnam Singh and All Elite Wrestling or Pro Wrestling is his new venture. Right. So team 3 gets plus 20. Team 6 gets plus 20 on the pounds. And team 8 also gets plus 20 on the pounds. Team 6, team 8, and team 3 get plus 20 each. Okay, moving on to question number 22. This will be a direct for team 4. Calcutta Cyphers, it's your direct. So, regarded as one of the most influential players, X was also influential beyond the realm of his sport. X cultivated relations with some of the world's most prominent and controversial left wing leaders, such as Hugo Chavez, Evo Morales, and the most famous of them all, Pi. Pi was a close friend, so close that X had his face tattooed on his leg and called him his second father. The relationship deepened when X settled abroad for a few years to recover from drug addiction. Identify X and Y, who coincidentally share the same death anniversary. 25 November. So this is a direct for team 4 and the pounce window is now open.
It's our direct,
Okay,
right? Team
so
4.
do we see any pounces?
It's
Team
team.
4's direct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No bounce.
How do we get to work
Team
out
4 first.
why?
Yeah.
How do we work out why?
It's there in the question.
Pounces are close, right?
So basically, if you know X, you should be able to figure out Y.
Team 5 is bouncing.
So do we have any
Just
bounces at
one
all? Okay,
question. Have you closed the
okay. Team
pounces
8
or
has
is it
bounced.
still
Team
open?
5.
Team 7 is pouncing. 7 is pouncing.
Boss, is the pound still
It
open?
was it was okay.
People are now. It's open, right?
Yeah, it is still
Team
open.
Team T bouncing.
Okay.
But
Sorry,
now
boss.
since yeah, it is open. Now since we have many pounces, closing the pounce window in 5. Please type pounce in your text channel before I end the countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1, and closed. Okay. So team 5 has bounced. Team 3 has bounced. Team 6 has bounced. Team 7 has bounced. Team 8 has bounced. So team 4 is direct, so they haven't bounced. And team 2 is the other team which hasn't bounced. Okay. So please send me your answers, all those who have bounced. I have the answers from team 8, team 7, team 5, team 6, team 3. Okay, so all of them have answered. So team 4, now you can unmute and tell me your answer.
Um, Maradona and Fidel Castro.
Yep, that is the correct answer. So Maradona and Fidel Castro. So team 4 get plus 20. Team 6 get plus 20. Team 5 get minus 10. Team 7 get plus 20. Team 8 get plus 20. And team 2 hadn't bounced. So plus 20 for 6, 7, 8, and 4. Minus 10 for 3 and 5. Right. Now moving on to question number 23. The 2019 world champion Italio. Can you hear me? Yeah. So the 2019 world champion Italo Ferreira started among the favorites to win a gold medal in Tokyo. After his turbulent journey to the land of the rising sun, almost threatened to end his medal hopes, he did, against all odds, manage to bag a historic first gold in the sport X. Ferreira belongs to the village of Bahia Formosa in northeast Brazil. It was there that he learned to X using his fisherman father's wife. It sounds incredible because it didn't give any balance. However, I could manage to use it. Ferreira told Brazilian media in 2019. So identify the sport X and the fishing accessory Y that he used. So waiting for pounces.
Whose direct is this? Whose direct is this?
This is a direct for team 5, Sujit Ray and Arush. Yeah, direct for team 5, Sujit Ray and Arush.
Team 2 bouncing.
Yeah, so instead of saying, you should write it in the text channel first because yeah. So team 4 has bounced, team 2 has bounced. So we'll be closing the bounce window in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, the bounce window is now closed. We only got bounces from team 2 and team 4. Team 2, please send me your answer. I've got the answer from team 4. Team waiting for team 2's answer. Okay, so both the teams have now answered. Direct for team 5, so you can unmute and answer team 5.
For X, we'll say kayaking, and for Y, we'll say the oars.
Okay, moving on to the next team, team 6
Okay. So
on
I'll
the
guess this.
bounce.
I'll guess this is surfing, and the fishing accessory which he might have used. Maybe the box where the fishes are stored basically. I'm guessing surfing and the box where fishes are stored.
Right. So you've got this was team 6, right? Yeah. So you've got both parts correct on the bounce. So team 6 gets plus 10, and we have plus 20 for team 2 and team 4. Team 2 and team 4 get plus 20, team 6 gets plus 10. Now moving on to question number, this is the answer. So moving on to the next question now. Question 24. On 25th March 2021, ex-players were seen wearing respect t-shirts before their first qualifier match away against Gibraltar. Identify the nation X and what is this a reference to? I once again apologize for the typos. So what is this a reference to? Waiting for bounces. And this is a direct for Team 6 Lone Ranger. We are getting two bounces at the moment. So closing the bounce window in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right. Now we have bounces from Team 2, 7, and 8. 2 have given their answer, 7 have given their answer, 8 are typing, so we'll be waiting for them. Right, okay. We have got the answers from all three teams. Team 4, you cannot pounce now. I closed the window. Team 4, we won't be considering your pounce. So, yeah. Can we move on to the direct then?
Okay. So six direct, right? My direct.
Yeah, so Team 6, you can answer now on the direct.
Okay. Nation I'm guessing is Burkina Faso, and I don't have any answer for what is the reference.
Okay, fine. Team 7, I believe, has pounced then. Team 8 has also pounced. Team 2 has also pounced. So moving on to team 3 on the bounce.
Maybe it's like a Belarusia and something like some athlete like Alexander Levchenko, like some called back some athlete because he like spoke against something.
Okay, no, that's not the right answer. Moving on to team 4.
Yeah, okay. I knew the answer. Norway, and this was against the workers, the stadium workers dying in Qatar
Yeah, yeah,
22
right.
construction.
Correct, correct. Okay, so team 4 gets plus 10 on the direct. Teams
Plus 10 or
teams
plus?
2,
Oh.
7, and 8. Sorry, get plus 10 on the bounce. And teams 2, 7, and 8 get plus 20 on the bounce. Okay, so plus 10 for team 4 on the bounce, plus 20 for team 2, 7, and 8 on the bounce. Right. Moving on to the, so this is the answer. Moving on to the next question. Once upon a time in X wanted to do for the Y what the large stance did for the Chicago Bulls. Part of ESPN's 4-part 30 for 30 docu-series, it focuses on Y from the late 1970s to the late 1980s, with special emphasis being given to the NY who won the top prize in the sport. The series tracks how the team went from losers who couldn't get out of their own way to perennial contenders and finally champions. It also touches on how quickly they fell from grace afterwards, being swiftly dismantled almost immediately after reaching the zenith. Identify X, which is a place, Y, the team, and N, which is their championship winning year. And you have to get all parts correct on the pounds, otherwise you will get a negative. So waiting for bounces now.
This is team five's red, right? Uh,
No, this is the direct for team 7. It was for team 6 last time, so it's now team 7's direct.
We were going reverse order, no? Or okay, no.
I mean, the last
No, no, we
team
are going
answered
in the
on
order
bounce
2 to
was,
8 in a loop. So this is the second iteration.
but team four answered
No,
the
no,
last
I
question.
explained earlier, right? The format we're using is not like, yeah, yeah, I understand. I'm saying that the format we're using is not where the bounce ends, we move on from there. The format we're using is we are just going to have direct in the order specified G2 to G8 without consideration of where the bounce ended.
Okay.
Right, so we don't have that. I think it's called infinite bounce. We don't have that. So yeah. Right, so the we'll consider the bounce window closed now, and team 7 had bounced. Sorry, team 7 hadn't bounced. Team 4 has bounced, and I think that's all. Only team 4 has bounced. Right, so direct for team 7. Team 7, now you can unmute and give me your answer.
Just give us 5 seconds. Just discuss it.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll say X is Queens. The team is New York Mets, METS. And year we'll say 1985.
Okay. So you've got two parts right and one part wrong. You haven't got the year right, but you have got Queens and the team right. So that you were on the direct, so that gives you plus 14. Right, now moving on to the question bounces to team 8 now.
It's 1986.
Right, so since you were on the direct, you were on the bounce, you'll be getting plus 3. Right, so that closes the question, and we also had a bounce. Is the answer? We had a bounce from team 4, and they have got it right. So plus 20 for team 4, plus 14 for team 7, and plus 3 for team 8. Okay, now moving on to the third last question, question number 26. This will be a direct for team 8. Now, this championship was held only 3 times. The winners were as follows: 2006 Uttar Pradesh, 2007 Mumbai, and 2008 Sui Northern Gas Pipelines. The championship was abandoned after 2008, after which pre independence Indian sportsperson was this trophy named after. The second part is who was the player of the match in the last final, who had found fame just months back from this final match.
So what
Team
all would
7
you
is
need for
bouncing.
pounds?
Just give us 5 seconds.
Yeah. What all would you need for pounds? The name of the trophy and the person, right? Who was the
There are two
player of
parts,
the
right?
match? Yeah, player of the match and name of the trophy, correct?
Right. So there are two parts. One is the player of the match and the name of the trophy, which is also the name of an Indian sports person, pre-independence, right? So there are two parts. Those two parts you need to answer. Okay, so do we have any bounces?
Team 7 is
Team
bouncing. Just
6 has
typing.
bounced. Team 7, right? Okay, just type bounce before you write your answer so that we can be clear. Okay. Now closing the bounce window in 5, 4, 3,
Bounce, bounce, bounce,
2, 1.
bounce.
So team,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
yeah, team 4, team 6, and team 7 had bounces. Team 6 has answered. Team 4 has answered. Team 7 has answered. Right. So these were the three bounces from team 4, 6, and 7. It was a direct for team 8. So team 8, now you can unmute and give me your answer.
Yeah, sorry, is it our turn to answer? Hello?
Yeah, team 8, right? Yeah, you can answer
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I am saying it's a Maharaja Vizianagaram trophy or something, and uh, I'm guessing it's Virat Kohli, maybe, with linking that under 19 World Cup winning thing at that time. Maybe I'm
Okay,
just
so you get the second part right. That gives you plus 10 since it was your direct. So you get plus 10, and the first part was wrong. So now moving on to team 2.
Okay. Um, the first one I'll probably guess CK Naidu.
Sorry, can you repeat?
CK Naidu.
Okay, no, that's not the right answer. Moving on to team 3. Team 3, can you please give me your answer on the bounce?
Is it Patori? Tiger Patori?
No, that's wrong. Team 4, I believe, has bounced. So team 5.
We'll say this is the Maharaja of
Team 5, you
Baroda
can.
Cup.
No, that's not right. Team 6 had bounced. Team 7 had bounced, and it was 8 direct. So, okay, no one gets it on the bounce apart from team 8, which answered it partially. So, team 4, first we'll have a look at the answer. So, the answer is Mohammad Nisar and Virat Kohli. So, team 8 answered it partially correct on the direct. So, team 8 get plus 10, and teams 4, 6, and 7 get plus 20 each. Plus 10 for team 8, plus 20 for team 4, 6, and 7. Right. So now we have had a direct for all teams once. So since we have two questions left, I'll be giving those two direct questions to the two bottom place teams at the moment. So
Just one
I'll
quick
give
question.
this direct to team.
Rishabh, I just have
Yeah.
a quick doubt. So for partial answer on direct,
Yeah.
you are
Go
giving
ahead.
5 points, right? Or is
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
10 points? Okay, so team 8 should get
See,
5 on the
so
previous
plus
question.
20 is the full point on a.
No, no, you have been
No, it
giving
was their direct, and they answered one part, so they got half.
yes. So that should be 5, right? You've been giving 10 for direct.
Yeah. Yeah, but since it's a direct
No,
question,
no,
No, no.
20
See,
was their
it's our
plus
direct. The direct gets plus 20.
it,
Okay,
20 is
just
the
when
full
it comes
points for
on
a
Yeah.
pounds,
question,
it's
right?
plus 10. Okay, okay. Yeah, got it.
20 is the full points for direct and bounce is 10. So for that we have, but since it was a direct, so they got one part right, they'll
Got
get
it.
half of 20, they'll get 10. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
So as I said earlier, so all teams have got two bounce and bounce questions on direct now, and we have two questions left. So I'll be giving them to the two bottom place teams at the moment. So team 5 gets this direct, and team 3 gets the next direct. Is that fine?
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so so this is a direct for team 5. Question 27. So you can see two tables, two yeah, two tables above. There's an article and there's another photo. So these are all references to a set of incidents that happened in two matches at the same event. Explain what happened here. So direct for team 5 and the pounce window is open. Team 3 has pounced, team 8 has pounced. Since we have two pounces, closing the pounce window in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So, okay, team 4 have given me their answer. Team 8 are in the process of answering. Team 3 are also answering. So, let's wait for the answers. Right. 3 has given me their answers. Team 8, could you please be a bit more specific? I'll type what I want to know from you. So yeah, please answer what I asked in the WhatsApp group. Right. Okay, team 4
Yeah,
has
just
given.
typing
Okay,
answers.
team 4, that's
Just typing
enough.
the answers.
As I understood. Yeah, yeah, sure. Team 4 has given their answer. Team 8 has. Team 8 is typing. Yeah, fine. I'll give you time. Don't worry. So fine. So I have received team 8's answer. Team 3, could I also request you to make your answer more clear because this is a bit vague. Okay, fine. So I've got the answers on the counts. I said it was a direct for team 5. So team 5, can you please unmute and give me your answer?
We'll go with that they try to tamper with the shuttle.
Okay, so that's not the right answer. So who is next? Team 6 hasn't bounced. Okay, so team 6, it goes to you on the bounce.
So this was, some kind of a match fixing scandal, and this was at the 2012 Summer Olympics at London. So, I don't remember the
Match
exact.
fixing is not exactly what I'm looking for. So moving on to team 7 then.
Okay, so this is called actually sandbagging. So what they did was, so these two, so 2012 Olympics, right? So these two women's doubles teams, sorry, four countries, South Korea, China, okay, three countries, Indonesia. They, I mean, they underperformed in the match so that they could get better ties in the knockout during the knockout. So it's called sandbagging.
Yep, right. That is correct. So team 7, right? Team
Right, team seven.
7 gets it correct on the bounce, so they get a plus 10. Yeah, team 7 gets a plus 10. Team 4, team 3, and team 8 all get plus 20. Right, so plus 10 for team 7, plus 20 for team 3, 4, and 8. Fine, so that brings us, let's have a look at the answer. And we'll show you a brief video of how they were trying to lose.
So the Korean pair of team
So
3
as you can see, they are missing their serves and not being able to return pretty standard shots at the Olympic level. So which is not believable, of course.
Especially from those countries.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, this was a brief video of how they were missing the serves and deliberately trying to lose to get a favorable draw in the quarterfinals. Okay, so now moving on to the last question. As I said, this will be a direct for team 3.
Team 7 bouncing.
Yeah, as I announced team 3, so we'll go ahead with that, even though, yeah, okay. So the Madrid Open is a professional tennis tournament played in Madrid in early May. It is played on clay and is a part of the summer clay court season, serving as one of the build-up tournaments to the French Open. However, in the early 2010s, the then owner of the tournament decided to spice up the tournament by making a significant
Five
change,
is
which
bouncing.
can be revolutionary or stupid depending on who you ask. Okay, to the very beginning of the tournament. It was hoped that this change would make the tournament more attractive on TV. However, the players ended up unanimously hating this modification. Among other things, it was criticized for its unnatural feel and the fact that it changed the playing characteristics of the court too much. The ATP banned this feature and things returned to normalcy from the next year. What change are we talking about? So I think we have two bounces. So I'll be
Whose
closing the
direct is
bounce window
this?
in
Whose
five,
direct is this? One
four,
second.
three.
First, whose direct
This is
is this?
direct for yeah, direct for team three. Direct for team three.
Yeah, we will. Team 7 is not bouncing because if we get it wrong, we might lose. So thank you.
Fine, you're not bouncing. Okay. Teams two and five have bounced, and I'm closing the bounce window in three, two, one, and closed. Fine, we'll consider team four's bounce. Right. So team two have answered. Team five have answered. Team four, I request you to be more specific. Okay. So we have got the answers from team two, 4, and 5. And these are the three bounces. Direct for team 3. So team 3, you can now unmute and give me your answer.
So basically, they changed the color of clay to blue, and it was like artificial, and it was a sticky, and players were just slipping and all that. Yeah, the color of the clay was blue. That's the thing.
Okay, right. So team 3 gets it correct on the direct. The answer is blue clay courts. So they used blue colored clay for that tournament in 2012. So team 3 gets plus 20, team 2 gets plus 20, team 4 and team 5 all get plus 20.
But fourth finish के भाई first second third fourth हो गए चलो oh shit oh shit
Ayush, yeah. So I think the score sheets have been updated till the last question. So does anyone have any problems or any clarifications with their score?
Nice quiz. Enjoyed.
Yeah, good questions.
Okay, so
really enjoyed it.
thanks a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, enjoyed the quiz.
Right, so yeah, thank you. So looking at the final scores, we have team 8 champions Krishnan NM and Niyam Joshi in first place with 313 points. Team 7 vast difference Abhinav Dhar and Shashwat Salgaonkar with 262 points. And in third place, we have team 4 Calcutta Cypher with 254 points. So thank you all for attending the quiz.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Thank you.
yep. Yep, thank you for attending. Hope to see you in later events as well.